She got purple activist. I thought it was a job. Abbott, B Squared, D Phillips, Todd. Welcome to Flows podcast.
Welcome,
starting
Flows.
here momentarily.
I'll be starting momentarily.
Hey yo,
Cody, turn me up. Cody, turn me.
All right. I'm ready when you are, amigo. You tell me.
All right, give me like 1 minute. I'm just gonna send something.
What up, Greg? Seapoff, what up? Podcast is starting here momentarily. Questions about the National, start dropping them in chat. If it's your first time going and you're worried about what to pack, stuff like that, drop it in chat. If you're not going to be there, ask us what, why we recommend going or don't recommend going. Obviously, it's different for everyone. But yeah, we're gonna talk some stuff.
All right, I'm ready. We're not on Twitch, by the way.
What do you mean?
I don't see us live.
Check again.
There it goes.
Yeah. No, funny enough, I was just sitting here and I was like, I don't think I ever turned Twitch on. And then I look down at the phone and I see you in the NoFlo chat saying Twitch is dry. I was like, oh, this is not on.
Right.
Oh, dude, Mike was going crazy at the craps table last year. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What up? What up? What up? Enzo.
Yo.
Week of National. It's episode 12 of the Shake and Break show. What's shaking and what's breaking this week is definitely the National.
It is. It's here, bro. I'm headed down to you tomorrow, and we're getting on a plane Wednesday, and
you know what?
Never coming back.
You know what else is here? I see that fresh fade. What up? My man got a nice edge up. He's ready to rock for the show.
You know it, bro. You know it. Had to do it.
Had to do it to him.
Crispy edges.
Do you reckon the IRS sends undercover agents into the event? So, no. However, there are 1,000% federal agents there. I say federal agents because I don't know what bureaus, right? Like I don't know what, but there's like, it's not your mom Chicago PD there. Let's say that. It's
Tony says I look 5 years younger with this haircut. Thanks, Tony.
You do though.
Yeah, no. Heather finally told me, she was like, I really miss your short hair. All right, say less about it.
Say less. Do you rush the dollar bins on day one? So for those of you who don't know, dollar bins are essentially long like sleeves of cards that, have all these top-loaded cards, and usually they're $1, sometimes $5, whatever. And yeah, a lot of times you can go through them and there's cards that in a dollar bin that are $4, $5, sometimes $10. So my thing is this: enjoy what you want to enjoy. The dollar bins is a grind. Is there a way to make money off of it? Absolutely. But to me, there's like certain people that's enjoyable too. For me, I honestly don't do a lot of buying at the show. I go, I look around. If there's something that like I need to have for my PC, I'll grab it. But as far as like busting in there to go to the dollar bins, if that's your thing, is probably a good day to do it. I will say that most dealers kind of shuffle through inventory. And then on top of that, there are some dealers out there, unfortunately, that will watch you take stuff out of a dollar bin and then comp check it when they go to price you out. So you run into that. That's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why there's steals in dollar bins is because a lot of these guys can't be bothered with the low end stuff. And so what they do is they just throw it in these bins and they say, all right, each card's $1, whatever. Some aren't even $1. But you might have some in there like last year you might have seen a Brock Purdy. You know what I mean? Because they put it in there and then they never grabbed it when his stock rose.
Yep.
Because they just don't have time to go through that stuff. They're worried about their $100+ cards, slabs. That's the stuff that they're really making sure that they've got dialed in. They really don't have time to check on the dollar bins. But like Pop says, some of them will comp check.
Which is wild.
But for the most part, for the most part, though, they're pretty good about it. Like, they don't really care about that stuff. That's just kind of there to make extra. They consider it extra money, right? Because it's just sitting in bins in their stores back home. So they bring it to national. People will sit there. We saw Yash on Twitter. She holds stack sales. I saw her getting after the dollar bins last year.
Heck yeah,
she was in it. She made some good money doing it. So
absolutely.
Like Pop said, there's definitely money to be made, but it is a grind.
Yeah. So like if you're there with people, I wouldn't do that because you're gonna either inconvenience them or you're not going to be able to really look the way you want to look. To me, that's a solo mission. That's a quest that you can't be done in co-op, I feel. What are your thoughts?
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading something.
I was saying it's okay. We'll just move on.
Right.
Biggest money trap, Jay Burris asks. Enzo?
I would say going in there and not doing your homework. That's the biggest money trap because there will be cards that are 3x, 4x what they really should be. And, we always say the comps aren't the law, but like some of these guys are overpricing to pay for their table and have low expectations for the actual show, like buying stuff. You might find a good dealer who's willing to deal, but a lot of times they want significantly over comps and they're not really willing to work with people because they know somebody will just come and buy it for the overpriced. And so just do your homework, check comps from last month. For whatever reason, as you get towards national, comps increase mysteriously. So yeah, that's what I would say is the biggest money trap.
Yeah, for me, it's not to say that there's not value in places in the show, but it's being panicked or being like, it's the show, I need to buy something. A lot of stuff is going to be overpriced. I understand why it needs to happen. I'll tell you this, like, I know what it costs for the Breaker Pavilion side of things. I can only imagine what a vendor booth costs. And it's not cheap. And there has to be a way to recoup. And normally it's going to be trying to squeeze some money out of just about everything. So just feeling trapped, like you have to buy in because you're there. Don't necessarily check eBay. it happens. Like I've seen people be like, "Oh man, but I really want this card," and you check eBay and it's $10 less, like with
right
shipping included.
Now obviously the card's there, and like if you're looking at a raw card and it's in really good condition, overpay for it.
Absolutely, that's the benefit of being at a show, right? That's a perfect example.
Yeah, so like use that to your right, so that you can use that to your advantage. But really just do your homework because the cell phone reception there is going to suck. So if you have a player or a certain card that you're looking for, do your homework before you get to the show and have an idea of what you're willing to pay for it.
Well,
don't be afraid to go.
And to that point, if you have a certain player that you're looking for and you know the comps, right, you actually have a better chance of getting a lower number. Because when you talk to that dealer and you say, "Hey, I'd like to do this on it," they're most likely just going to be like, "Oh, okay." If you have your phone out and you're like, "What's comps on this?" They're going to automatically like want comps. If you can just talk to them and have a normal conversation and you guys can go back and forth a few times on offers, you'll get what you want in most cases.
Some dealers, like, that's a complete turnoff when people take out their phone. Something to keep in mind. Others don't care. Others will do it while you're there.
Well, to that point,
you can do it too.
Yeah, and I think that's like part of it is if you're one of those people that's like, "Oh, I can't believe a dealer's checking comps on this." Like, you're checking comps on it live. It's better for everyone in that scenario to check comps. If you're going to go up and have a price in mind and try to haggle, you probably would feel better about it if the guy wasn't checking live comps, wouldn't you? So, like, you kind of got to take the good with the bad. But I think Enzo's right. You just want to match energy. If somebody's checking comps, yeah, absolutely. Sit there with your phone and do it. But personally, I like to see what I like. And if I got to check something, I'll step away from the booth. I'll go look at something else, figure out what it is, and then come back. But, like I said, I don't do too much buying because it's kind of tough to get some deals on the stuff you'd think.
Yeah. To that end, we talk about it a lot. Trade nights are pretty effective for that. Go to trade nights. That's where everybody kind of lays their inventory out. You can meet other collectors that don't have tables and buy and trade there.
If you feel that you have to spend $200 at the National because you're there and you need to buy something, go to a trade night. Spend the $200 there. I can almost guarantee you'll get better value in that scenario.
Correct.
What you got, Enzo?
All right, Twig asked, "What's the thoughts on on-site grading?" I love on-site grading. I think it's phenomenal.
I'm a big fan.
The reason being is, one, even if you don't do the end of show service, physically handing your cards to a PSA representative eliminates one step, which is mailing in to PSA. So it's great in that regard. I'm not going to be doing it this year because we're flying and I need that space in my luggage. But if I was driving, you could bet your bottom dollar, like the last two group subs I just sent out today would have just came with me to the show and I would have handed them off there. Yeah. And now I think so. PSA is doing it, Beckett. They're always doing it. SGC is doing on-site grading this year, which they normally do not do. They usually do raw card review. SGC is grading at the National this year, and then obviously CGC or CSG, whatever the hell it is. I'll tell you what, CSG, not really high on my list right now. Used to really love them. Still love their slab, don't get me wrong.
Their slab's
but they are doing at show grading for like really cheap by end of show. So if you have some PC cards that you really just want to get slabbed and you don't want to have to mail it off anywhere, you can actually bring that to the CSG booth or CGC grading now and submit it there. And I think, man, don't quote me. It was like $25.
Yeah, that's not
per
bad.
Card. Let me see national pricing. I'm pulling it up. The page no longer exists. That's super helpful.
They were like,
just kidding, guys.
E. Martin, I see you. That'll be our next topic.
Grading. Yeah, so let's see. On-site grading, economy is 16 a card, express 44, walkthrough 124. This one there was different ones for the national. Do some homework on it though. But it's definitely your cheapest bet to get a card slab by the end of the show. And that being said, I didn't see SGC's prices yet.
You walk into National. Hold on, Rut. Yours is next. I gotta talk about any advice for trading or selling at National.
Oh, if you're gonna sell at the show, you're prepared to get fleeced.
Yeah.
Most of those dealers aren't gonna want to pay comps. They're gonna look to pay like 70%, so they can make money. And that's fine. Like, here's the thing. If you bring a lot of cards and cash out that way, I'm cool with it. But if you bring like a single card, obviously you're not going to want to sell it for 70%. But again, that points to the trade night. Go to some trade nights. They're usually in the hotel lobbies after the show. Grab a beer, walk around, check some stuff, talk to collectors. You might see people you know. We met a couple people last year that we actually knew on Twitter. Thank God Papillon's has this huge beard because it's super recognizable. They wouldn't notice me. We just walk by, they're like Papillon. So go to those. You can do some deals. We actually did the most buying and selling at trade. I don't think we even bought a card at the show.
Yeah.
I tried to buy a first Bowman and the guy had it for 5x comps. When I asked him the price, he pulled out a binder, and that's when I was like, all right, this is not good.
That ain't gonna be it.
This isn't good. Also, last thing on that, if you are going to buy at the show, what I've heard, the last day is the best because everybody's trying to clear out inventory before they haul it all back to their shop.
Absolutely.
So it's like a deal last day.
Yeah. No, and the inverse is true. So if somebody comes by Thursday on $1,000 card and offers 800, they'd rather wait the 2 days because there's going to be thousands of more people walking up to that same card. So if the card's still there at the end of show or a set of cards, if you go to a booth and there's 5, 6, 7 cards that you want to drop some bread on, doing it on a Sunday and just being like, yo, I'm trying to help, let's go. Most people are down to ride. Rucap asks, when you walk into National first thing Wednesday, where do you go immediately?
I'd probably just walk around, kind of get a lay of the land. I like going by the corporate booths because sometimes they're doing giveaways and stuff. So I'll do that first, kind of go get some swag.
That's a good tip.
Go to the COMC booth, get my scratch off ticket, see if I win a free submission, that type of thing. And then, just go kind of around the vendor booth, see if anybody's got some really sick stuff. Last year, there's one guy who had all 2020 F1. He had the whole set in purple sapphire, which was insane.
Yeah.
Because it's all out of 10. So look around, cool stuff like that. And then if you're into MEM, go over to the TriStar Pavilion, buy some mini helmets and stuff, autograph tickets, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I'm with Enzo, try to get a lay of the land. But once I do my initial lap, I'm just going to go over to the booth that we'll be at, 1328 in the Breaker Pavilion with MBB Box Breaks and the Break Club community. Super excited to hang out with all of you. So definitely going to be spending a lot of time at that booth. For those of you that are going, and I know Tony asked about this earlier, but for those of you that are going, every night after the show, if you're like, oh, man, I really want to get into something tonight, hit us up. Send us a message. We want to hang out with you. It's why we love this trip. We want to hang out with all of these people that we've made these relationships with. So reach out to us, DM, hit us up on Twitter, Discord, whatever. And 9 times out of 10, we're just goofing off, and you're always welcome to join.
All right, Rugcap says, am I better off buying a VIP pass for $159 for the weekend or just buying a 30-day pass for each day? So that depends. The VIP pass is best use if you can get to the VIP party, which is on Wednesday, I believe, which is like early admission.
Oh, Rugcap, you want a VIP pass for parking too?
That's super VIP, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, super VIP is the free parking. But the VIP pass, other than the VIP party, you do get like a swag bag, which it was okay. I mean, nothing crazy. But if you're into that sort of thing, get that. You also get access to a VIP lounge, which is just like a bunch of tables and chairs that you can actually sit at, which doesn't sound cool, but when you're walking all day and you're like, man, I really wish I could go sit down and like sort through my collection, that VIP lounge is pretty clutch.
Yeah.
So it might be worth that extra, I guess, what? If you're going for the weekend, it's only $60. Is it worth that extra $99 to you? Could be. No VIP event anymore, just lounge. All right, there you go.
Yeah, so just the lounge and the swag bag. I'll tell you personally, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, also last year, I think there was a whole day I didn't go into the show at all. Actually 2 days because I didn't go on Sunday either. So I mean,
that's when I met Grant Williams.
Yeah, I was just driving the car in circles waiting for Enzo, and
I was like texting you, like
chumming it up with Grant Williams.
I was like, Grant Williams is here, but the reception wasn't working, and then I got outside.
It was tragic.
In the car, and I was like, oh no,
tragic. But no, I think if you're not that into the swag and stuff, then it's probably not worth it to go that route. As far as I'm trying to see, we got any other questions? I know Friday. Ooh, how will breaking work there? Does the MBB team have a schedule? Yes, both. We can answer both of those questions. So Wednesday, Ben's going to be breaking during the day. Time-wise, I don't know, but it'll be during like show hours. And then Ref Brandon is going to be going, I believe, at 8:30 Eastern, and he's going to go all night until they kick him out. Definitely check out what he has. He's only going to be there Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday night, let's make sure we go and support and fill his load.
Hey yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, but we're planning to be live probably Thursday afternoon late until close.
Yeah, probably
so that'll be when we start up
2 to 6 or whatever. Something like that.
Yeah, 2 to 6 on Thursday, and then we'll be live Friday. And honestly, we'll do Saturday and Sunday for a few hours. Like, we got some stack rips that are full. We'll break the whole time we're there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
full day, but
I can commit to, if there's stuff full, I'll be ripping. I let Enzo go do our NoFlo shopping. Let's ride. And and
I'm just gonna come back with like a box of 2018 Topps Chrome. Fill it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. We do have a bunch of breaks available. If you're watching on ISO, you can just buy them right there. No, there. That way.
Here.
And if you're watching on Twitch or watching the replay later, find all of our links in our social, Twitter at NoFlo Cards. We'll have a link to just about everything. So will our Instagram and all that good stuff. Speaking of which, content, Enzo. What's he got?
All right, yeah. So real quick, before we get into that, Bowen asked me a question. He says he sends me a message Friday night. Says meet him at McDonald's. What do we respond with? The only response that I'm going to send you, Bowen, is which one? There.
I was actually thinking just replying with a shaka and just sitting in a McDonald's and just waiting for him.
So he finds us?
Yeah. Yep. Just shaka.
That's what he gets So that's what he gets for like his lack of specificity.
Yeah, you know, we're both gonna waste our time here tonight.
I'm sure there's only one McDonald's in Chicago.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Only
oh
one.
man, IFP, let's ride. Steve's wild. NoFlo McDonald's hunt, let's ride.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, we're both really looking forward to this trip. You know, we planned it like 2 months after last year's. So I can tell you we're going to do our very, very best to give you all a ton of content because we know a lot of you are sad you won't be able to make it, or you're only going to be there 2 days or whatever the case is. So when you're like, man, I wish I was there, go to our TikTok, go to our Instagram, go to our Twitter, check out what we'll be releasing. We're going to be doing a bunch of funny videos. We'll do some walkarounds the show, any cool booths we find, things like that. We'll take videos of. We'll be doing interviews for the Shake and Break show at the booth. So,
yeah. So if you guys are at the show and want to do like a quick interview, make sure you stop by. Yes. Remember, guys, you don't know what you look like, so please don't be off-put if I don't. I know it's Steve Thompson, like Bald Eagle, let's ride. But if I don't know what you look like, I might not know it's you. So don't be offended if we're like, hey, you, tell us what your ISO name is, and we'll be like, oh, okay. Some of you guys have pictures, so I might know, but just come up, introduce yourself, man. Let's get a quick interview. It'll only be like 5 minutes or so, and then yeah.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have some fun, and then yeah, I think Steve said there's only 2 places that we won't see him, and that's McDonald's and casinos. All right.
Yeah, look, I'm with him on the McDonald's because like I'm in Chicago, bro. I'm trying to eat Chicago food.
Yeah,
I get McDonald's at home
for sure.
So I'm with that. However, I'm gonna fade you on the casino play.
Yeah, for sure.
When Pops calls me the creature of the cantina, that also refers to me when I'm at a blackjack table.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Yeah, so Steve said those are 2 places you'll definitely get jacked at. So that actually brings me to a good point. Travel in groups, which we'll be doing plenty of, but travel in groups, especially if you're carrying things that make it look like you might have expensive stuff on you. If you're wearing expensive clothes, if you are carrying a slab case, don't go walking down back streets. I can't encourage you enough to use the buddy system. Make sure you're traveling in at least pairs, better off groups. And if you need to get somewhere and you're by yourself, take an Uber, do it the right way, be safe, be smart. A lot of issues that I've seen could easily have been avoided if people just took the time to make sure that they were being smart. So
proper precautions. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Steve. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it's a good one. Buddy system and a head on a swivel. Absolutely. Buddy system is so important. Have a fall guy. It's like, Bowen, what's that? Push him down, run away.
Oh, no, take his wallet. I ain't got nothing on me.
Get caught lacking. Rule number 1.
Bowen
says, bro, y'all are in the burbs of Chicago, not the South Side.
I'm saying, I say that because last year was not in the most pleasant of locations.
But we didn't have any issues because we were always 4 deep. So
yeah. Hey, yo.
Hey, man.
That's crazy. But yeah, so that's all we got, right? We got anything else?
No, man, that's it. We're looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys in person. Again, make sure you stop by, introduce yourself. Let's get some pictures, some interviews. Have a good time. Friday night we're going to. You still doing Dave and Buster's with some of the guys?
Yeah, and then if you're like not able to make that or you don't know what's going on with that, we're gonna be doing stuff literally every night, and we'll definitely be doing something after that. I don't know which night, but there's definitely gonna be some karaoke at some point. I'm fairly certain on that. Real quick, before we leave. If you want to take a look at some of the breaks we have going on, stay here. We're going to go through them here in a second. We're just going to sign out for the show. Until next time, NoFlo Nation, let's ride.
Let's go to National.
Ha!
I guess it's NoFlo Nation, let's fly. Damn it. Feels pretty appropriate.
Yeah, no, that's on me. That is on me. All right, we're back.
Back.
So let's talk about some of these breaks. We got them on display here. We got some hockey, $8 a team. All of these are going to be getting ripped while we are live at the show. So,
actually, I'm about to update Daily Breakers while we go through this.
How about that? Hey, Caleb, look forward to meeting you too, bro. Yeah, so we got
Caleb.
We got hockey. It's 21-22 ice and 22-23 synergy. $8 a team. This is ice. We have our baseball mixer. I am like a huge fan of this. It's a Topps Chrome Hobby, a Finest mini box. So Finest comes in master boxes with 2 minis. So it'll be a Finest mini box and an autographed baseball for $15 a team. We're going to obviously be doing at least one more of these, but probably more. I'm like a huge fan of that mixer at that price point. A lot of upside. Chronicles NBA Hobby Stack Rip for basketball. We've been having fun with basketball. I know there's not a lot of breakers out there breaking basketball, but we're breaking basketball. This is our Stack Rip. Chronicles has been a lot of fun in football. So we were like, oh, man, we got to get some basketball. So, yeah, 2 autos, ton of parallels, and normally really rookie heavy. So should be a good one. The football one's sneaky good. Enzo, what you got? You got mini helmet in here?
Bro, so I was going to say our next baseball is going to have an autographed mini helmet.
Oh, word.
So we're going to run that same hobby with the Finest mini, but instead of the baseball, we're going to do an autographed mini helmet. We have 2 mini helmets and 2 autographed baseballs. So we're going to have 2 variations.
Let's go.
2 of each.
Hell yeah. So let's close that one up.
Mini helmets. That was I got a shout out real quick. Steve Wetz put us on game with that, I believe.
Such a good call, too. Very good reason, too.
He's like, you guys should do some mini helmets. They're easier to display. Boom. Say less about it.
Yeah, no, man. Love it. So we'll be doing that. Yeah, and then Enzo got the mini helmet for football going with the Chronicles again. We've been having a lot of fun. I think we were doing just the Chronicles for like 15 a team. So $3 more, and we got to throw in a mini helmet. It just seemed like it made a lot of sense.
Absolutely. And I will tell you guys this. We haven't really talked about this, Pop, but if we hit anything insane, which, if you've been watching the Stack Rips.
Oh, I know what you're going to say, and I'm so excited.
I will walk it over to PSA, SGC, Becky, wherever you want me to walk it over to. I'll walk it over. We can do end of show grading for you and mail it to you rated.
Ooh. My dog said he will mail it to you
regular
slabs.
Or we do a regular service and have it mailed back to you.
Or he'll even consign it.
Boom. Taking a trade night.
My man's going my man's crazy. All right. Yeah, so this is the type of stuff we're down to help y'all with. So if you're joining our breaks and this stuff comes up, just keep in contact with us. Let us know. You hit a banger, you want us to walk it over, we'll do it. Hey,
bringing my tools to review cards.
Yeah, especially if it's like a big card and you're like, hey, can you guys try to move this? We can do our best. For $50, $100 cards, we can't really go out trying to sell everyone's $50 card. But when you hit something good, we will do everything we can to make it as easy as possible for y'all to get some money.
Boom.
And then we got the 2 cases right now. Look, we got 11 spots left in each. We have a jumbo case and a hobby case. Allegedly, there's going to be more things dropping once these cases close. What that means, I don't even know. Enzo's been keeping it really close to the chest here.
Can't reveal this information to you just yet. But I will tell you guys this. I just turned on offers for both cases. Anybody in here or Twitch, obviously, offer 5 off any spot, and we'll accept it.
Let's ride.
Let's fill it up.
Yeah, so we'll have a little bit of everything. I haven't said this to Enzo, but I am going to be on the hunt for some basketball mem to see if we can do a piece of basketball mem with the next basketball mix.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna get some. You know what? We haven't even told him yet either.
Oh, what did we not tell him?
We're actually because we've been breaking so much Gold Rush, we're actually getting some Gold Rush swag to give away during break. So during that football break, or those football stack breaks with the mini helmets, we'll be doing some Gold Rush swag giveaway from Steel City.
Yeah, we got to see exactly what we're getting, but it's for y'all. It's not for us. So,
yep.
But yeah, any questions? Let us know. Any breaks that like you're just like, man, maybe you guys could find this, and I'd love to see it. Obviously, it needs to work price wise, and we have to be able to find it. But it's the time we can get a little creative with the stacks. And with the like the PYT baseball and like that type of stuff. So just let us know. Enzo and I are going to be on the lookout. We have some ideas of some stuff that we want to do.
Try to get some national packs too. That'll be a goal.
Yeah. So actually, thank you for bringing that up because that's big. So there's going to be at least 1 or 2 days where we try to get some national packs. And part of that is they break the wrapper on the box. So what we would do in that scenario is take the box to Tops. They'll rip the seal off, and we'll bring it back, all the packs sealed, everything, and run that on stream with the silver pack that we got from that box. So if we end up doing that, that's exactly how it would work. But we'll be super clear in the listing so you know, so you're not like, where did this guy come from with the open box? You understand. But that's really just to get you all the silver packs and get you all some cool stuff out of there. Yep. Anything else about the breaks before we head out, Enzo?
No, man, I think that's it. I think we covered it. See you guys on Wednesday, maybe Thursday night for sure. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, NoFlo Nation.
Let's ride.
Let's fly.
Damn it. Hold on. No, hold on. No, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. The Singing Bush, welcome to Flows. Now, last thing, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I honestly just wanted a chance to reset. NoFlo Nation. Let's fly.
Let's fly.